Course name Total Quality Management Part 2. Course code the same U18Peme044. Topic TQM Tools and Techniques. Lecture delivered by P.P.Durairaj, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Benchmarking. Reasons to benchmarking process. Quality function deployment, house of quality, QFD process, benefits, Toxic quality loss function, total productive maintenance, concept, environment, improvement needs, FMEA, stages of FMEA. These are all the subjects we are going to discuss in this video. What is benchmarking? Benchmarking is the process of measuring an organization's internal processes, then identifying, understanding, and adopting outstanding practices from other organizations considered to be best in class. Definition: measuring our performance against that of best in class companies, determining how the best in class achieve those performance levels, and using the information as a basis for our own company's targets, strategies, and implementations. Why benchmarking? To obtain an external perspective of what is possible, to assist in setting strategic targets, to promote improvements in performance, to establish a competitive edge, to enhance customer satisfaction, to reduce costs, to improve employee morale, to achieve quality awards, to survive. Benchmarking in the context of TQM. TQM key principles include comparisons with best practice, a strong emphasis on meeting the needs of the customers, internal and external, the importance of efficient, effective business processes, the need for continuous improvement, enhances a TQM program. Levels of benchmarking in competitive environment. Internal benchmarking within one organization. Competitive benchmarking analyzes the performance and the practices of best-in-class companies. Non-competitive benchmarking is learning something about a process a company wants to improve by benchmarking. World-class benchmarking. Ambitious and looking towards recognized leader. Types of benchmarking: performance or operational benchmarking. It involves pricing, technical quality, features, and other quality. Process or functional benchmarking. It involves processes such as billing, order entry, or employee training. Strategic benchmarking examines how companies computes and seeks the winning strategies that have led to competitive advantage and market success. Guidelines to benchmarking. Do not go on a fishing expedition. Use company people. Exchange information. Legal concerns. Confidentially. 5 phases of benchmarking: planning, analysis, integration, action, and maturity. Planning: identify the product, service, or process to be benchmarked. Analysis: determine the gap between the firm's current performance and that of the firm's benchmark and identify the causes of significant gaps. Integration: establish goals and obtain the support of managers who must provide the resources for accomplishing the goals. Action: develop action plans and team assignment, implement the plans, monitor progress, and recalibrate benchmark as improvement are made. Maturity: leadership position attended, best practices fully integrated into process. Benchmarking strategy. Decide what to benchmark. Select companies to benchmark. Obtain data and correct information. Analyze data and forms actions plan. Recalibrate and start the process again. 7 step benchmarking model. Activity and what is included. Step 1. Identify what to be benchmarked. Here what are the to be included? Clarify the benchmark objectives. Decide whom to involve. Define the process. Consider the scope. Set the boundaries. Agree on what happens in the process. Flow chart the processes. Second one, determine what to measure. In this, examine the flow chart, establishes the process measures, verify the measures match objectives, and third, identify who to benchmark. Conduct general research, choose level to benchmark. Number 4, collect data. Here, use a questionnaire. Conduct a benchmark site visit. Number 5, analyze data and determine the gap. Here, quantitative data, qualitative analysis. Number 6, set goals and develop an action plan. Set performance goals, develop an action plan. Then seventh one, monitor the process. Track the changes, make benchmarking a habit. Factors for success of benchmarking. Benchmarking must have the full support of senior management and they should actively involve with this process. For benchmarking, team and process training is very important. Benchmarking should be a team activity. Benchmarking is an ongoing process. Benchmarking efforts must be organized, planned, and carefully managed. Correct use of benchmarking can lead you to the competitive edge in today's business marketplace. Advantages. Benchmarking is a systematic method by which organizations can measure themselves against the best industry practices. It promotes superior performance by providing an organized framework through which organizations learn how the best in class do things. Intensive studies of existing practices often led to identification of non-value added activities and plans for process improvement. It helps for continuous improvement. Benchmarking inspires managers and organizations to complete. Through benchmark process, organization can borrow ideas, adopt and refine them to gain competitive advantages. Benchmarking provides a basis for training human resources. Some disadvantages also there. The most criticism of benchmarking comes from the idea of copying others. It is not a strategy nor it is intended to be business philosophy. Therefore, it is a time-taking technique. Benchmarking is not instant pudding. It will not improve the performance. The proper infrastructure of total quality management is not in place. Conclusion, nowadays, more than 60% companies in the world uses this technique for fixing their target for continuous improvement. For them, it is an important tool, but to be effective, it must be used properly. It breaks down, wastes money, time, and energy, and sometimes morally too. If process owners and managers feel threatened or do not accept and act on the findings, finally, benchmarking is not suitable for innovation. However, it is a source of ideas from outside the organization. Quality function deployment. Quality function deployment. Quality means meeting customer requirements. Function means what must be done, focusing the attention. Deployment, who will do it, when. What is quality function deployment? a method for developing a design quality aimed at satisfying the consumer and then translating the consumers demands into design targets and major quality assurance points to be used throughout the production phase. Comprehensive process for reaching customer satisfaction. Systematic way to define winning business, conquering business model, products or services. History of QFD in 1972, first application of Mitsubishi, Japan. 1976, QFD implementation in production of minivans of Toyota. In 1979, 20% reduction in startup costs in launch of a new van. In 1982, 38% reduction in costs. In 1984, 68% cumulative reduction in costs. In 1984, first introductions introduced in USA. Main goals in implementing QFD, quality function deployment. Prioritize spoken and unspoken customer wants and needs. Translate these needs into technical characteristics and specifications. Build and deliver a quality product or service by focusing everybody toward customer satisfaction. QFD teams: marketing, design, quality assurance, purchase, production. These are the QFD team. Application of QFD: production or manufacturing, maintenance, design, courses and curriculum. Who use QFD nowadays? Nissan, Toyota, commercial. Nippon Denso, Honda, Ford. Tips for success of quality function deployment. A consultant is needed to guide through at least the first few projects. The activity should be formal activity and every member should take part, fully prepared. The meeting should be planned at regular intervals for shorter duration so as to get the best out of this exercise through maintaining focus. Benefits of QFD: reduces product development time up to 50%, design cycle time shortened by 30 to 50%, startup and engineering costs reduced by 20 to 60%, reduces time to market, focuses the organization on customer needs, useful for gathering customer requirements. Design quality improves, improved performance of the products, reduced warranty and field service costs, reduces rework, enable concurrent engineering, enables understanding of competitors. Sources of information for finding out customer requirements: market survey from customers, information from sales team, information from service team, customer complaints, customer feedback, testing of products in labs. Problems in QFD: if all relational matrices combined into a single deployment, the size of each of the combined relational matrices would be very large. QFD is a quantitative method due to the subtlety, due to the ambiguity in the voice of the customer. Many of the answers that customers give are difficult to categorize as demands. It can be difficult to be determined the connections between customer demands and technical properties. QFD is not appropriate for all applications. Conclusion: QFD is a matrix-based decision analysis tool, a structured process for exploring solutions to complex problems, a means to capture and quality expert judgment. QFT emphasizes customer integration, interaction, and leads to better product. Then quality systems, total quality management, U18Peme044 quality systems delivered by V.P.Durairaj. In this, we are going to discuss need for ISO 9000 and other quality systems, ISO 9000 2000 quality system, elements, implementation of quality system, documentation, quality auditing, PS 1649, IS 14000, concepts, requirements and benefits. What is ISO? ISO, International Organization for Standardization, is an association of national standards bodies of more than 150 countries. ISO is a specialized agency for standardization. The primary objectives of ISO is coordination and unification of international standards. The objectives of ISO is to promote the development of standardization and related activities in the world with a view to facilitating international exchange of goods and services and to developing cooperation in the spheres of intellectual, scientific, technological, and economic activity. The results of ISO technical work are published as international standards. What is BIS? BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards, is the national standards body of India and is a founder member of ISO. BIS represents India in ISO. What is ISO 9000? The ISO 9000 family of standards represents an international consensus on good management practices with the aim of ensuring that the organization can deliver the products or services on time that meet the client's quality and quantity requirements. These good practices have been distilled into a set of standardized requirements for a QMS, regardless of what the organization does, its size, or whether it is in the private or public sector. Need for ISO 9000 and other quality systems that meets objectives. Every organization is concerned with the quality of its products or service. To assure the quality, one has to ensure the quality. To ensure it is necessary to make quality assurance system. Sound quality assurance system requires well-defined quality system standards. Quality and standardization are the two essential prerequisites for an organization to market its products and services in the competitive business environment. Thus, quality begins with standards. Also, the ever-increasing pressure to provide better quality of products, services led to the development of quality standards. ISO 9000 of 2000. It should be noted that ISO standards are continuously being revised by standing technical committees and advisory groups who receives feedback from those professionals who are implementing the standard. Versions of ISO. First version of ISO standard was published in 1987. It was revised in 1994. Then in 2000, the 2000 version was revised in 2005 and then 2008. ISO 9000 1987 goes to ISO 9000 1994 and it goes 9000 2000, then 9000 2005, then ISO 9000 2008, then ISO 215. Thus, the ISO 2000, the ISO 9000 2015 is the latest ISO standards as on date. Quality systems. Definitions. International Organization for Standardization define the quality system as follows. The quality system is the organizational structure, responsibilities, procedures, processes, and resources for implementing quality management. Quality systems. The quality system should function in such manner as to provide proper confidence that the system is well understood and effective. The products or services actually do satisfy customer expectation, and the emphasis is placed on problem prevention rather than dependence of detection after occurrence. In short, the quality system involves how, methods, the process, description, who, responsibilities and authorities, when, records and evidence, where, identification and traceability. The quality system typically applies to and interacts with all activities pertinent to the quality of products or service. It involves all phases from initial identification to final satisfaction of requirements and the customer expectations. Reason for implementing a quality systems. User experience clarity user experience clearly indicates that several significant improvements in the following areas: improved employee involvement, improved housekeeping, improved decision making based on facts and data, improved customer satisfaction, improved safe working, reduced customer complaints, reduced inspection efforts, reduced quality costs. Here, the maximum is that improved housekeeping. The lowest is reduced customers' complaints. Now, in order to sustain in the global market, many organizations are feeling the pressure of producing in conformance with an ISO standard. Objective of quality system to achieve, maintain, and seek to continuously improve product or service quality relationship to requirements. To improve the quality of operations to continually meet customers and stakeholders stated and implied needs. To provide confidence to internal management and other employees that quality requirements are being fulfilled and that improvement is taking place. To provide confidence to customers and other stakeholders that quality requirements are being achieved in the designed products. Finally, to provide confidence that quality system requirements are fulfilled. Benefits of ISO 9000 quality systems certification provides an opportunity to increase value to the activities of the organization, improve the performance of process or activities continually, satisfaction of customers, attention to resource management, implementation of statutory and regulatory requirements related to product or services, better management control. ISO 9000 series quality management principles. The 8 quality management principles are customer focus, leadership, engagement of people, process approach, improvement, evidence-based decision making, relationship management, system approach. The 20 elements of ISO 9000: management responsibility, quality system, contract review, design control, document and data control, purchasing control of customer supplied product availability and traceability, process control, inspection and testing, control of inspection, measuring and testing equipment, inspection and test status, control of non-conforming products, corrective and preventive action, handling, storage, packaging, preservation and delivery, control of quality records, internal quality audits, training, servicing, statistical techniques, ISO 9000 quality systems certification, ISO 9000 documentation requirements that depend on the size and complexity of the organization. It should have enough procedure to meet to cover each section of the standard that applies to your business. The standard requires the documents of the following: quality manual, quality policy, quality objective, quality records. 6 procedures: quality of documents, control of records, internal auditing, control of non-conforming product, corrective action, preventive action. Quality manual. A quality manual is a document that states the company's intentions for operating the processes within the quality management system. It can include policies for all areas of the business that affect your ability to make high quality products and meet your customers and ISO's requirements. These policies define how your department managers will implement procedures within the boundaries specified in the quality manual. The use of quality manual is or as follows: to communicate management's expectations to employees, to demonstrate the company's plan to conform to the requirements of ISO 9001 2015. To demonstrate the fulfillment of class 5.3, that organization rules, responsibility and authorities are assigned, communicated and understood. To provide a starting points for auditors, internal, customer, ISO certification body. Quality policy. A quality policy is a brief statement that aligns with the organization's purpose and strategic direction, provides a framework for quality objectives, and includes a commitment to meet applicable requirements ISO 9001, customer, statutory or regulatory, as well as to continually improve. Quality policies addressed in ISO 9001 2015 class 5.2. Often, the quality policy incorporates the organization's vision or mission statement and core values. Standard source has created a form to help the answer for how to write an ISO 9001 quality policy. Quality objective. Top management is responsible for establishing, documenting, and communicating the quality policy as well as making it available to relevant interested parties. Many organizations will accomplish these requirements by documenting their quality policy within their quality manual, communicating the employees the quality policy during a training session, and posting printed copies of the quality policy throughout the building. These measurable steps towards achieving the quality policy are either determined as documenting the QMS or in management reviews. This need to require what will you do to meet the goals stated in the quality policy. Knowing that perfection is impossible, you must have some acceptable tolerance defined and measured. Example, percentage of on-time deliveries, percentage of internal scrap, percentage of delivery, and percentage of defects. Quality records. Records provide evidence of activity having been performed in compliance with the quality system procedure. Records may be forms that are filled out a stamp of approval on a product or a signature and date on some type of document. Records are used to provide traceability of actions taken on a specific product or batch or products. Control of documents. Documents required by the QMS shall be controlled. Records are a special type of document and shall be controlled according to the requirements given in the selection below on control of records. A documented procedure shall be established to define the control needed to approve documents for adequacy prior to issue, to review and update as necessary and reapprove documents, to ensure the changes and the current revision status of documents are identified, to ensure that relevant various versions of applicable documents are available at points of use, to ensure that documents remain legible and readily identifiable, to ensure the documents to external origins and are identified and their distribution controlled, and to prevent the unintended use of obsolete documents and to apply suitable identification to them if they are retained for any purpose. A documented procedure shall be established to define the controls needed for the identification, storage, protection, retrieval, retention time, and disposition of records. Disposition of our records. Control of documents. Approve documents for adequacy prior to issue. Review, update as necessary, and reapprove documents. Identify the changes and the current document revision status. Make relevant documents available at point of use. Ensure the documents remain legible and readably identifiable. Quality auditing. Quality auditing should be carried out in order to verify whether a quality system is effective and suitable. Definition. A systematic and independent examination to determine whether quality activities and related results comply with planned or the arrangements, whether these arrangements are implemented effectively, and whether these are suitable to achieve objectives. Quality control of non-conformity. Where non-conformity is detected during processing, it is suspended until action is taken to eliminate the detected non-conformity. Where non-conformity is detected in design or engineering, it is referred to back for effecting of suggested corrections or rejected outright. Where non-conformity is detected during handling or delivery, further processing or delivery will be suspended until action is taken to eliminate the cause of the non-conformity. Non-conforming products detected during quality audits or inspections are recorded on corrective action request forms as non-conformity, where a concession is allowed on supply or receipt of the product that does not contain certain specifications, characteristics, a concession form is filled. The relevant process owner shall review and investigate the non-conformance. Note: all non-conformance shall be closed out without undue delay.